How are you?
Okay, let's see y'all. How are you, Mr. Shopman?
Hey, I'm doing well by yourself.
I like your shirt. Save Land,
Land
Business
Trust.
Arkansas
That's the
Land Trust.
Yep.
We were given shirts because Lauren contributed to a land trust on my birthday.
That's right. You had the big fundraiser for your birthday.
So we got,
Yeah, that's the same day as a ball game.
Yeah.
Homecoming.
yeah.
I'm sorry I missed that.
Well, I knew.
I heard you turned 103,
Yeah.
something like that. Wow, man.
I could feel the same at 103. I hope I do it next year.
No, I'm sorry I missed it. I know you've been on this committee. We all know you well. We certainly appreciate your service to the community. I don't know. We always just let the person come in, say a few words to take off, and I know that you have the opportunity to do that. I've heard you do that before. So, why do you want to be on this committee, and what do you think?
Well,
Tell us a little bit about what's happening.
I just picked this up out there on the table. The watershed map.
Yes.
Mhm.
That's,
Kind of makes me.
you know, that's
The west-
something that I care about, and I live in a place where flooding occurs, and new development upstream means flooding is going to occur in my neighbors' yards and under their houses. And you've seen a little bit of it.
I see quite a bit of it.
The velocity that we're getting on your end of town and the erosion of the stream side is, I don't know how, it's real.
It's very real, and it's just going to get worse. I noticed, I went to look at Lib Horn's place. It's already got a wire on it, but I used to go there and talk to her about her pets a little bit,
Mhm.
with flowers and things she had growing, and other things that she cared about.
Do you think with the development over there up the hill is adding bad velocity and washouts to that runoff behind her house? Did you notice? I haven't been over
Well,
there.
it's not as bad as most watersheds here.
Okay.
Because it's all solidly developed up there. Now, if they keep going with infill on, somebody's got a 2-acre lot, and they come along and build a bunch of things on it, pave all of it, and it's gonna be a lot faster. And
Well, we're
they-
going to see a lot of infill to up the hill and up to the east, I'm afraid.
Yeah,
I hope. I mean, that's what we want. We just want it done correctly.
yeah.
What's the balance, Aubrey? How is it that we keep getting this? It's so hard to develop in Fayetteville.
Well, I think that's not true. Really, I mean, that's
Mhm.
something they've used to say, bring your business to us, come live with us. I don't think it's hard. If all the rules that we have in place were strictly enforced, it would be a lot harder. I mean, they're constantly allowing,
Oh, dear.
what's the word, anyway, variance from various rules. Like there's a house at Lib's house, example. I don't know if you know where
does
Lib lives.
Where does Lib live?
Fifth,
On Fifth.
Oh, okay.
Fifth Street,
it's
and you
right down
turn
there
off
where
of
there's a-
church.
Yeah.
The end of the
Where the
street
dead end
there
is.
Uh-huh.
is
She's
the
right at
little
the dead.
walking
Yeah.
bridge.
Mhm.
And now, when the house that was built on that lot by the bridge went in, it didn't require a variance, really. They certainly let them take out a lot of trees off of it, but it was clearly floodplain, and it was, well, the house is built within within the 50-foot thing. But the reason was, the owner, a man had bought it not long before that, started clearing it, and the streamside ordinance was being discussed, had not been
Passed.
passed at that time. So he sold it to a young couple who built a house on it. Well, because they got it approved, whatever situation, he did that just before the ordinance, days before the ordinance actually passed, knowing that that was a flood-prone lot. And so, house is nice, and I haven't seen any evidence it's any more flooding at Liv's house, which is the one you easily tell if it gets up under there. But those things are going to occur, and the way you avoid doing too much is simply keeping the soil, not putting a slab down, putting in pillars of various kinds. The old-fashioned houses all had a crawl space, and if there was surface water, it could go right on through, and it would actually stabilize those houses if there was a constant level of water running through under them. And I live in a house like that, and so, it's 100 and something years old, and it, well, let's say the doors don't work safe all the time, but that's a thing that I lived in. The first house I lived in Fayetteville that I rented when my daughter was a baby, 1969, was on the slope overlooking the airport.
Oh, man.
And
To the west?
yeah, looking southwest toward the airport. And that house, the doors were very this much from rainy season to dry. It would get so they were sticking, and it would get so they wouldn't close, and the whole house was like that. And the owner asked me if I wanted to buy it. I said, no, I don't think so. It was a pretty good price, but I knew that I didn't want a house on a steep slope like that, and because that was probably natural red dirt. It wasn't something brought in when they built it. That was what was.
I'm going to wheel you in here. We've got 2 minutes.
Okay.
Actually, I want to,
Okay.
do you mind? I want to throw a hook in here. You've served on the Environmental Action Committee for 7 years, and generally people term out.
Is it 7?
Yeah, generally people term out at 8. We
I
have
thought I had served 5. I served an incomplete term.
Right.
And
You've
then-
served almost 2 terms.
Yeah, so
So I guess what I'm saying is we have a ton of applicants for the Environmental Action Committee, but we
Right.
only have one for the Urban Forestry Advisory Board. Would you have any interest?
Klaus was dropping
Yeah.
off.
Right. Do you have any interest in serving on the Urban Forestry Advisory Board?
Yeah, if I'm not accepted for this, if you go.
Well, you're accepted for it. We're hoping that you're going to take one for the team.
Yeah, we want to utilize your expertise on that, and
Because it's urgent over in the urban forestry right now as we start our development. We're
Mhm.
back into the development
Yeah.
phase.
Yeah.
And Aubrey, there's no one that knows our urban forest better than you do.
Well,
And there's a lot of pressure right
Areas.
now on planning. What we've just talked about over on the
yeah, we were talking about last week. Yeah.
Mhm.
and that's a curveball. I didn't think about it, but
I think you'd be a really good fit for that board.
it's not like you're timid.
And
I hope I'm not rude too often.
No.
No.
You're informed, and that's
Well, that's what I
this
try to be.
this committee. They could use your expertise, and we don't have an applicant for that.
yeah,
Oh.
we have 1 applicant and 3 positions, whereas we have about 8 applicants for the Environmental Action Committee
And 3 positions.
and 3 positions.
Okay.
And
That's what y'all decide.
No, we want you
we
to
want you to
take
be
one for the
enthusiastic
team.
about
But
it.
I haven't applied for that.
I know.
Can you?
2 urban forestry, number 27 and number
We would consider putting you on both of them,
Right.
and we.
3.
No, that wouldn't be fair.
It'd be a good choice.
It would. It's a suggestion, and
I just think with your, the education you do with habitat and wildlife and, you know, your experience in creating the World Peace Wetland Prairie, that the Urban Forestry Board could benefit from your expertise, and that way we can give some other people an opportunity to come through the Environmental Action Committee.
Yeah, if I'd known that was happening to them, I would have maybe applied for it.
Well, is that an intent to apply?
Boy, we're
Are you willing to help us with our urban forest, Aubrey?
Yes, are you
Okay.
saying that I could immediately get change to it?
Yes,
Yes,
You can do that here?
yes.
we will do that here.
Because we don't have any other applicants. If we were...
Okay.
Yeah, well, we have 2 applicants, but we've got 3
Or,
positions.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I just think you'd be really good at that.
The skill set that you bring is
Well,
incredible.
I do care about that as much as the watershed, but that's part of the watershed.
It
It
is.
is.
The problems with the watershed have so much to do with the vegetation, and particularly the mature trees that are really using a lot of water.
And helping us with our invasive species, I think that's something that can be done through that committee, and, you know, expanding the wildlife habitat program, and those are all issues that I've seen you do great things with, and I think that you could continue.
You don't have to
Yeah.
flatter me.
Well, we're concerned about how to manage it.
Well, I will be happy to accept an appointment to that. if
Okay.
Y'all have that power to do at this point.
Okay, thank you, Aubrey. I
Okay.
appreciate everything that you do.
Thank you, folks.
Thanks, Aubrey.
Nice.
And you got a Sierra Club hat. You're obviously the
Well,
right
in
fit
fact,
for that.
Don Steinkraus, I actually talked him into joining the Sierra Board, which
Okay.
we've both been on in the past. Have you ever been
Yeah,
on it?
I've been on it.
Well, it's at different times.
I haven't been on that board, but,
Oh, I have. I love that crowd.
yeah.
Well, I was thinking you did.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Yet.
Have a nice evening.
All right. Bye,
Thanks,
Aubrey.
Aubrey.
Thank you.